Nothing has made more money in history than the word free. Free apps, free videos, free scrolling. You don't get charged to download YouTube, Instagram, or any social media app. But if everything is free, then why are companies behind them becoming trillion-dollar empires? And the answer is probably sitting in your pocket right now. Because this is probably the first generation in history that willingly carries its boss in its pocket. And the craziest thing is, we don't even see it as a boss, we see it as entertainment. But this delusion that we live in, that phones are our lifesavers, I doubt that that's true. We live in a world obsessed with convenience. Food delivery arrives within minutes of you ordering. Voice assistants basically do everything for us with just your voice. Everything is designed to remove effort. And at first, that feels like progress. But what if convenience isn't just changing what we do, but it's changing who we become? Let me tell you what I mean. I once picked up my phone to search the answer to a math question. And then, ding, a notification popped up from Instagram, and my favorite celebrity just posted a new reel. So I told myself, I'll just take a second to check it. So I opened it, and I watched it, and it was actually so good. So I thought, okay, 5 minutes, not gonna hurt anybody. And I'm sure all of you, 5 minutes is the best lie you've ever told yourself. And somewhere in those 5 minutes, I stopped deciding. I just kept scrolling video after video. And the next time I look at the clock, an hour has passed by and I've done nothing at all. So the easiest way out, I just ChatGPT the answer because it was easier. And that's the thing about convenience. Once the easier option appears, it's surprisingly difficult to choose the harder one. Modern society has mastered this idea. But this obsession with convenience didn't just start with our phones. Decades ago, when television first entered our homes, people said, don't worry about television. It's the best thing since sliced bread. We laughed it off, haha. We accepted a screen into our living rooms without even questioning how it would reshape our family life. Today, we've done the exact same thing, but worse. We've accepted convenience so easily without even questioning what it costs us. And let's be real, convenience is very, very addictive. If something makes our lives easier, we don't ask questions about it. We just accept it. Like when your alarm rings and you hit snooze 7 times, and suddenly, it's not morning anymore, it's panic. The fact that we have our phones with us all the time shows that convenience is no longer something we use, but it's something that we depend on. And the more we depend on it, the less we notice what we're giving in return. So I decided to try something. My man was like, oh, today I want to oppose the idea of convenience. It was 3 p.m. on a Sunday evening. I was dead exhausted. I just came back home from a walk with my dad. I was sitting on my bed, no phone, no reels, no distractions. It was just silence. And I was not grounded, by the way, okay? At first, it felt very uncomfortable, and it was so boring. It was like I was supposed to be doing something. So my mind kept drifting to my phone that was laying on my side table. I looked at it, but I was too lazy to go and pick it up. So I just sat there, and slowly, something changed. The noises in my head started to settle. I calmed down. I began remembering things I actually needed to do and all the stuff I had completely pushed aside. And for the first time in a while, it felt like my time was mine again. And that's when I realized we're not just addicted to our phones, but we're uncomfortable with empty time. We're uncomfortable with silence. A few days ago, I was going through YouTube and I came across this video that talked about boredom and silence, where an experiment was done where people were left in a room for 15 minutes with instructions to do nothing. Except for one exception. Press a button that will give you a painful electric shock. Now, let me tell you something funny. Most of the people in that room chose to give themselves that electric shock instead of sitting in silence. Imagine preferring physical pain over just 15 minutes of boredom. Like, how insane is that? Because in today's world, we've been programmed to think that time is something that has to be filled. Convenience culture makes very good sure of that. Like, when you're bored for even 5 seconds, you don't just sit there anymore. You'll open TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, anything to just fill that gap. Because we feel that if we're not doing something, it means we're wasting our time. So I started thinking, if we automatically fill empty time without even realizing it, then maybe our attention isn't fully in our control. So if we are not fully in control of our attention, then who is? And that's when I started thinking deeper. This isn't just about distraction anymore. It's something bigger than that. Because what we're dealing with isn't random. It's a whole system. Capitalism. Now, the first thing that comes to people's mind when I say capitalism is money, buying and selling, and basically those kind of stuff. But modern capitalism has found something even more valuable: our attention. This is the system where your time becomes the product and your focus becomes their payment. Because in today's world, attention has become the currency. The apps we use, yes, you can totally download them for free, but they're not truly free. We don't pay them with our money, we pay them with our time. Because the more time we spend on them, the more valuable we become to them. Every second we scroll, every video we watch, and every minute we stay is what they earn from. That's the hidden transaction happening every single day in every single one of our lives. We think we're just paying attention, but in reality, attention is the real cost. Our attention is what's being taken away from us, and the more we give in, the more they gain. And that's exactly why we're so engrossed in our phones, we're so engrossed in our technology, because we pay away our attention without even thinking twice. We always hear the phrase, time is money, but I don't think that's true. Money can be earned back. Time cannot. Every minute spent is like gone forever, which means time isn't like money. It's more valuable than money. Yet we spend it so carelessly than literally anything else. And strangely, Phones aren't the only reason we avoid empty time. Productivity culture plays a role too. We've been taught that every moment must be useful. If we're not studying, we should be working. If we're not working, we should be learning. And if we're not learning, we should be consuming content. We've been taught to always be on our toes. But somewhere along the way, simply existing became unacceptable. Sitting on a beach now watching a sunset is called doing nothing. But maybe doing nothing isn't always a waste. Maybe it's where our best thinking happens. Which explains why the best thoughts and ideas and wildest imaginations come right before you fall asleep or even when you're in the shower. Because at that moment, your brain is at the default mode where you think deeper into the real purpose of your life. And the sad part is, the moments we rush to fill are often the moments that have the most to offer us. Yet we've become so uncomfortable with boredom that we'd rather scroll than think. And I think the only way to understand what I'm saying is to experience it. If you're using your phone, keep it on the side and just close your eyes. Close your eyes. Come on. Don't think about what's coming or who's going to come on stage next. Just be here. Because most of the time, we're not really here. Our attention is always wandering somewhere else. Now when you leave this place, I have a challenge for you. Choose inconvenience. Go home and spend a few hours without your phone. Can you do it? Can you go on meetups with your friends without constantly checking if you got a message? Can you go for a walk in the morning without listening to a podcast? Can you sit alone with your thoughts just for a little while? If you can, great. And if you can't, start today. Because remember, in the silence between life's distractions, we often find the thoughts that matter most. Because time is our only true currency, and we have to start spending it wisely. Thank you.